went into it, and there's so many wonderful people that help that make this possible. It's just really a sense of gratitude, and I'm, it's just elated, just on a high.
Your Wizards performed great on Tuesday night, and then the last night as well, and now your Capitals with a 2-1 lead. This is not a bad way to go.
Well, we got a long way to go, almost 15 minutes, but I hope they hang on. Yeah, it's great. I hope the fans enjoy it. I hope the fans really appreciate how much we put in this building, because we wanted to make this the best building in the world for the best city in the world, the most important city in the world, the nation's capital, the most beautiful city in the world. And we said if it's going to be in the nation's capital, it's got to be the very best of the best.
Well, we've only heard compliments so far, and all the credit to you and your great staff and your wife, Irene, as well. For all of us at HGS, thanks. We've loved our involvement over the years, and we look forward to many more great years, including a Stanley Cup and another NBA championship in this building. How about that?
Oh, that'd be great. From your lips, as they say, from your lips.
Mr. Poland, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Let's get back up to Craig and Joe as we thank Abe Poland for joining us and pass our congratulations on as well.
Al, thanks very much. Well done. Mellenby out of the corner to the slot. His relay for Washburn came on through. Caps a man short for another 65 seconds. Shvela through a screen, he scores. And the Panthers have rallied back. A power play goal, and we are deadlocked at 2 apiece.
That's a heck of a wrist shot from the point. What a release through a maze. Kolzig, no chance to see the biscuit. Robert Shvela picks up his 3rd of the year. There he gets the high five from the Florida bench. Here's the play along the wall. Nice play by Whitney. Down low to Ray Shepard, out into the high slot. And watch this wrist shot. Boom, into the top corner. You've got Washburn in front along with Calle Johansson, and Kolzig couldn't see around him. There's the wrist shot, and look at Kolzig looking bewildered. He's way out on the angle. He goes to the butterfly, closes off every part of the net except that top shelf. Great shot by Shvela, hitting the top corner.
Shvela picks up his 3rd on the year. At the 5:26 mark, Simon was on the board for the Caps at 1:35 from Juneau and Housley. 2 teams trading tallies in the 3rd period. We are deadlocked at 2. Coming late. Slap shot. Warner. Boom, that one wide. Dvorak pinched by Juneau. Jeff Toms will roll it softly back into the Beezers neighborhood. Caps go to a shift change on the fly. Dvorak. Little flip feed too far for Lindsay. Zednik stick check. He's got Ryan Johnson right with him. Connor Walchuk dancing through traffic, upended by Laws. Power play coming for the Caps. Zednik to the front, blocked away, and as it is touched up, the Florida Panthers will be a man down.
And Paul Laws is going to head off to the shin bin. The Capitals go to another power play. Simon scored on the last one. 2 minutes for tripping to Paul Laws. Connor Walchuk head over heels. Here it is, the flip right there as Laws tries to stand up. He stood up fine, but he got too much of the lumber into the legs of Connor Walchuk. So the Capitals go to the power play, trying to get back the lead.
Last time they had the manpower advantage, that was Chris Simon's tally, 135. Shvela on the board with a power play marker himself from Ray Shepard and Ray Whitney at 5:26. Set the special teams for you. Juneau, along with Oates and Simon. Across the top, Housley and Johansson in back. Caps playing without Peter Bondra a second night. An ankle/foot injury, a bruise that has had Bondra hobbling around since the last game at US Airways Arena when he was hit by a Dave Manson slap shot. Also ailing for the Caps, Michael Pivanka out with a hand injury, Eagles a wrist, Sveikovsky ankle, Peak the ankle tendon tear, Nikolitin the knee. Fitzgerald ready to draw. Caps control. Housley in a duel there with Fitzgerald. Puck came back out to center, brought in, and Housley had 4 of his buddies trapped offside. Panthers, Craig, missing one of their top talents at forward, center wing, Kirk Muller. Game 2 of a 2-game suspension for a high stick against Ranger forward, Nicholas Sundstrom. Asa Tikkanen out. That broken fibula.
Niedermeyer, the big one.
Yeah, the dislocated thumb, and Victor Kozlov, a separated shoulder. Cap power play continues. Oates to the front. Schwela swats that aside. Johansson, usually not behind the net. Oates plays to Housley as Callie recovers to his normal set. There's the look for Johansson. Lindsay without his hockey stick. Again, a penalty killer losing the stick. Simon out of the corner. Oates with patience. Pressure comes from Schwela. Knocked down rudely by Simon. The puck winds up beneath him for the whistle.
Ever since Simon got whacked into the boards, into that corner, he's been on a mission. Scored a goal. He's really getting into it physically. There's Kartner in front going right after Kartner. The big guy making his presence felt here in this third period, trying to give the Capitals the win here.
25-year-old Chris Simon, now in his 6th full professional hockey season, and all throughout a very physical-minded intimidator. Fans, listen up. Children ages 16 and under, don't miss out on your chance to become the Model Sporting Goods honorary stick boy or girl of the game. Look for entry forms in your local Model Sporting Goods store and mail it in for your chance to win. There are some youngsters proudly wearing Caps colors. We're number 1. Well, not yet, you're not. They're in 3rd in the Atlantic, 3 points behind the 2nd place Flyers, 4 points behind the Atlantic Division frontrunners, the New Jersey Devils. These Panthers, 8, 14, and 5, Craig. 21 points is good for 6th best in the Atlantic.
And there's a look at the standings. New Jersey, Philadelphia, Caps, Isles. Isles playing some good hockey, but still trail the Capitals by 6 points.
Panthers control the draw. Brett Warner lifts it clear. Craig, is it me or do I see the wave crashing around the MCI center seats?
Well, don't you see me standing up? It's the wave.
You're surfing. Housley off for Johansson. 1 minute even in the power play for the Caps. They're 5th of the night. 2-2 hockey game. Juno down low for Simon. Spun around. Grabbed by Warner. Juno looking to fetch that puck. Oates in tight quarters. Simon got a little pick from Juno. Aerial pass to Oates. Once more for Housley, the conductor. Oates, Housley. Adam Oates shifts it back for Phil Housley. Drive right on, and a pad stopped by Van Beesbroek. Juno challenged by Warner. Penalty time down to 22 seconds left. 2-2 score. Johansson fakes the blast. Oates looks backdoor for Housley. One-timer. Kelly deflected wide. Warner clears.
That was some nifty passes by the Washington Capitals power play. Had some good movement going on here. Now the whistle. Juno involved with Paul Laws. Maybe Rhett Warner also involved. Coincidental minor penalties upcoming. So Paul Laws in the box still for another 8 seconds. Warner involved with Joe Juno. They'll probably get coincidental minors. So the Capitals will still have 8 seconds remaining on the power play.
Joe Juno grabs a seat. The hero of the New York Rangers' sudden death overtime win. Washington Capitals fell behind in this one, 1-0. They battle back to take a 2-1 lead. Schwela returned with the power play goal to tie it up. Craig, we take a look now at our TimeBridge Technologies game within the game, focusing on Chris Simon.
And the big guy working on the power play. Here's working down low against Warner, working hard against the puck. He's always trying to get the puck free when you're on the power play. And out of this power play, he gets actually a pretty good chance right in the slot. Watch this saucer pass. Nice one right there. And then Adam Oates is going to conduct, and here's his chance in front on the isolation. Simon following the puck, and finally getting a rebound as the shot comes right there. And a great opportunity. Simon, our game in the game by TimeBridge Technologies was our focus.
That's brought to you by TimeBridge Technologies for complete computer network systems and applications designed especially for your company. Icing against the Caps, a 2-2 score. We will hustle you right back to Washington, D.C. MCI Center playing host to HTS and the Caps tonight. 11 minutes and 35 seconds to go, Craig, in regulation. How did we get where we are?
Well, Steve Washburn opened up the scoring. A shot deflection of a Steve of a Lodge shot, his first goal at MCI Center, 7:23 of the first. Richard Zednik lights the lamp. Nice passing play. Bulis and Konowalchuk, and then Simon and Svela have scored for their respective clubs. Svela on a wrist shot top shelf, and Simon in the slot somehow getting the biscuit past John Van Beesbroek.
Two teams back to full and even strength. 5-a-side we go. Shots on goal favoring the Panthers, 22-19. Mellenby to the front. Whip that wrist shot well wide. Svela with traffic developing. Kolzig stood strong. Konowalchuk barrels back out of there. Zednik on the fly. Richard Zednik turned around by his Slovakian national teammate Robert Svela, and we get a whistle as the net is knocked off of its moorings. Tied up at 2. Fans, remember, it's time to cast your vote when you join us at a Caps home game through December 15th. Make sure you pick up a Russell Athletic NHL All-Star ballot and then make the mark for the 5 Caps on the ballot: Oates, Spivaka, Bondra, Gonchar, and Kolzig. Your votes help select the starting lineups for the '98 All-Star game in Vancouver.
John Van Beesbroek not very happy the way Konowalchuk went hard to the net, but he was pushed in by their defenseman. A few words for Terry Gregson at the end of that play. Konowalchuk, one of the Capitals that never fears going to that net hard, and there he collides with the goaltender.
Panthers control the draw. You look at the shots on goal breakdown throughout our contest. Garpenlov for Murphy. Wrist shot dump in along the backboards. Berube shoulder to shoulder with Garpenlov. Riki in there to join the fray with Gagne. Garpenlov measured by Johansson. Hunter along the boards. Berube fighting with Murphy, able to push it back to center. Klee strong on his skates, powers after Murphy and gives him a good run. Johansson back behind the cage. Klee feed to the slot, spun Hunter around. Johansson drives, stick save. John Van Beesbroek. Gord Murphy being wrenched down to the ice, did not clear. Hunter bounces it ahead for Berube. Klee, as Klee took a shot up high and then gave one back to Gagne. Penalty coming up. Referee Terry Gregson, I believe, has only the cap Ken Klee. I think the replay will show why Gagne wound up on the ice. It was Gagne who initiated the contact.
And Kenny Klee may be getting a 5-minute major here, too, for high sticking, which is not a good sign.
Definitely retaliated. Definitely retaliated, but he was provoked. Let's see how severe the provocation was.
Well, they're sending him off. That's not very good.
Oh, I'm not doubting it.
Here we pick it up. And it's a 5-minute major penalty. The Capitals are going to have to kill off. Gagne involved right there in the middle of the screen. There's the slash by Kenny Klee. Gagne now without his stick. Now Gagne comes after Klee and gives him a little shot, and it's that one right there towards the neck and face area that Gregson picked up, and because of that, he's going to get a 5-minute major for high sticking. We'll be back. The Capitals in a critical situation on the penalty kill. 9:43 left here in the third period. Panthers and the Capitals, but the Capitals in a tough situation. Here's Kenny Klee and Gagne going after each other. Watch the stick right there. Gagne makes sure he goes down, and the referee in perfect viewing order in the corner picks that one up. Kenny Klee off. 5-minute major and game misconduct. So the Capitals now have to kill off a 5-minute major penalty late in the third period.
This Panther power play with Svela's goal here in the third period. They now have power play goals in 5 of their last 6 games. This is the major variety. With 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third period, the Caps killed off a 4-minute double minor to Mark Tenorti tail end of the second. Now they'll have to do it a minute better. Svela. His pass for Whitney. This shot found the shin pads of Toms. McCarron comes back to neutral. match penalty is what we understand was assessed. Shvela drives it in, and of course the Caps lose Lee's services for the balance of the game. Washburn banks one to the front. Kolzig trying to dive out and cover, still loose.
They must have got him with an intent to injure with that stick coming up towards the net, and with a match penalty, that's probably going to have to go to review with the league office.
He got rabbit punched from behind and then didn't keep his cool. In tight chance, Washburn. That struck the elbow of Kolzig. And the Caps clear. Well, sometimes your goalie has to be your best penalty killer, Craig, and Ole Kolzig has been playing very, very well of late.
Well, the goaltender's always going to make a penalty killing unit look strong. You need big saves from the big guy.
8:25 to go regulation. We are deadlocked at 2. Laws trying to go down low. Pass finally arrives on Nemirovsky's stick. David Nemirovsky or Dave Gagne. Johan Garpenlov rounding out the offensive trio. Laws and Jovanovski play the points. Garpenlov isolating on Juno. Jovanovski thunders. That was blocked. Juno trying to step out of there shorthanded. Juno's got to step on the defender. Hook, pull down, no call. Got a little tug, lost his balance for a second. Gregson said play on until the net came off of its moorings. No need to tell you how the crowd feels about that.
Here's Joe Juno up the middle. He's being hooked by 2 guys. Paul Laws has got a hook on him. And there you see Jovokop also with the hook, but Gregson decides no penalties here. There's a little bit of a hack. That's just a little bit of a tug there.
And then Jovanovski dove on him and caught his back foot and blew out a tire.
There was a little bit of everything going on there. That's surprising. Usually with a major penalty in the box, the referee's going to call that for something.
Ron Wilson, we saw him actually stop chewing that gum for a moment. He wanted to plead his case. Terry Gregson said no, play on. So, 3 minutes left in this major power play for the Panthers. It's a 2-2 hockey game with 7:40 to play in our third period from MCI Center. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin, Al Koken with you tonight on Home Team Sports. One-timer Whitney blocked before it reached the Cap net. Shvela sets. Whitney. Shvela once more, watched by Hunter. Wrist shot right to the belly there in front. Joe Ricci made the play, and Dale Hunter will make the clear. Whitney glides back. Jeff Tom's got a stick in the passing lane. 80-footer right to the Beezer. Whitney uncontested to center. Slams in. Kind of Walchuk. Ooh, Dvorak on the forecheck. Almost wiped himself out. Whitney down low. Dvorak, a sprawling Kolzig made that stop. Scramble in tight, and the Caps come to the rescue. Looked like Kolzig lost his balance there, but made the big save. Panthers still on the power play. 1 minute 54 seconds left in that. 6:35 in the game. Ooh, through traffic. That one just squibbed wide.
And they were looking for a deflection there as they had Washburn lined up in front. Washburn didn't get his twig on it, and therefore the puck went wide from the shot from the point.
2-2 hockey game, 6:20 to go in regulation. You see the time left in the Panther major power play. Jovanovski on the dump in. Laws. Nemirovsky. Laws is camped in the slot. Tough to move there. Ricci did the job, then fetched the puck. Around the corner, but not by Murphy. Dave Gagne for the Panthers on the power play. Gagne sets, looking for a backdoor cut. Slipped it through Johansson's skate. Never arrived on Jovanovski's tape. He was thumped by Juno. A strong hit. At center, Oates with a steal. Shorthanded 2-on-1 with Juno. Wrist shot, kick out.